Okay, who's ready for a couple viewer questions?
We didn't get to answer any last time because
Yes, I
everything was
apologize.
dying, so we had to wrap it up.
Kyle died.
We missed an
I
episode, so we're very behind on the questions. We have a whopping 2 questions.
Oh my god!
And one of them isn't even a question.
Wow.
It's just Jesse fucking with us.
Yes.
Did you see that spit just
No,
go
I
over your
didn't.
leg?
No, I didn't. Thank God it missed me.
It's like an Olympic sport.
Old Man Logan, thank you very much for commenting. Asks us a question.
All right.
What are your guys' thoughts on miniseries formats?
Oh, okay. I'm gonna let Micah go first because I think this one will be the most interesting. This is probably what he's getting at. Because you notoriously have said that you don't like to watch TV shows.
I don't like to watch TV shows or miniseries. I think it's really stupid with stuff like Justice League or
You're in the shadows.
stuff like Justice League, which they are gonna do into a miniseries. I mean, yeah, it's 4 hours, but I guarantee you, the cut was not initially. Hold on. Okay. The cut was not initially 4 hours, and they're like, you know what? Let's do a miniseries. Just keep everything in there. And you're like, okay. And same with like the Hateful Eight. It's like it's a movie.
Okay,
You're just splitting it up. It's a movie.
Do you know what? That's not what a miniseries is.
That is the term.
I know, but,
that is the words they use.
Those are specific.
Those are very
circumstances.
specific.
Okay, but for
examples.
Justice
Where a
League, they
movie was
said
meant-
We're not
We're-
talking about
they're
movies going
splitting
into
it into a mini.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: if it can be a movie, just make it a fucking movie.
Well, okay, but you're talking about very two specific incidences.
Okay,
we're talking about miniseries in general, like that Steven Spielberg one, the
Stephen King. Not
Sorry.
Spielberg.
The time travel one or whatever.
Yeah, there's the Hulu miniseries with James Franco.
I'm trying to think of more examples of a fucking miniseries. Band of Brothers is a really good
The Wire I think is a famous miniseries.
The Wire.
The Wire. I said The Wire.
Oh, I thought you said The Wires.
Either
Wires.
make a movie or make a TV show. Decide.
I don't think that's fair.
I don't know. I personally like miniseries because they kind of they fit this very specific mold where shit that's like. It's like if you made it into a movie, you would have had to make it so it wouldn't be long enough to like fully explore a certain topic or story like in a fully realized way. But it's also like you couldn't do 9 seasons of it.
Yes, it's like
it works better in like maybe like a 10 to 20 episode and then that's it.
It's not a commitment,
thing.
but you get way more story than your average movie. So you're not committing to 5 seasons of a show, but you're still getting way more story. And I honestly really love that format.
You could just do movie sequels.
What?
You just do movie sequels instead.
But I mean, like, you look at Band of Brothers and you watch that show, like, it cannot be.
Well, I mean, you watch that show. Micah,
I know.
Micah doesn't watch.
I don't
that
watch
show.
TV.
No, I know, but like what I mean is like that doesn't work really as a movie or a show. It's very specific to that miniseries format where like it's following these characters, but only for a certain amount of time. And if you keep it going for 5 seasons, you're just gonna get super bored because it's like it just doesn't work. And you can't do a 2.5 hour movie about it.
I find it interesting that a lot of TV shows that people consider some of the best of all time actually didn't run that long. Like Breaking Bad, which is like considered like by a lot of people like top tier, one of the best TV shows ever made. It only ran for 5 seasons.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like that's the perfect amount to just like, all right, any more than that, and we're just trying to like cash in and make money. You know, we have shows like Big Bang Theory that are on for like
too much.
Yeah,
20 years or something.
Yeah,
Jeez.
The Simpsons or whatever. It's
the
famous
that's
example.
way too much.
Sesame Street has like over 50 seasons now.
Well, I mean, that's okay.
I mean, that's totally different, but it just blows my
Comparing
mind.
Breaking Bad to Sesame Street.
I'm just saying the fact that a show, regardless of what it is, has been around. Like Doctor Who. Doctor Who has like spanned generations, and they bring along a new
But
guy.
each new season is almost like a new show.
Like True Detective. True Detective is an example.
Yeah, that's almost like an anthology series where like every season's like a completely new story.
You could call True Detective a miniseries because like it's just one season of like a story technically.
Well, so when the script for Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows was written, the script was like 450 pages, and they were like, "Well, shit, we can't make a movie out of this. It's too long." guess we have to make a miniseries. False. They just split it in two and made a sequel.
Not a good analogy at all, because it was based on a pre-existing film series. So why would you make a miniseries to begin, like, at all?
Also, it was based off a book.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the script was really long, so they just made a sequel to
Micah,
do it all.
Just admit that, like, the reason you don't like miniseries or TV shows is because you can't sit that long. It's okay.
You of all people to say that.
Hey,
I mean, I'm not
Breaking Bad.
I mean,
It's a 5-season show, pal. What
I
have
don't
you
know.
done?
I just don't like just the time commitment.
Just call him Kyle.
No, he just said time commitment. Isn't that what?
I mean, I can sit down, but I don't want to spend like.
You just don't want to sit down for a long time.
Although, okay,
I don't. Hold on.
in
I
all
don't. I don't
fairness-
want to spend like 4 months of my life trying. That's what people do. They're like, oh yeah, I binged this entire TV series in 1 week, or this whole TV series, like all 6 seasons in 1 week. I'm like, that doesn't sound healthy at all. But I also don't want to spend 6 months of my life spreading it out and being like, oh my gosh, I finally finished. I wasted half a year of my life when I could have been doing other things during that entire fucking thing.
To give, in all fairness, you did explain like a fairly good, like, the way is very, like, the way that your brain works is like, if you watch like a series of movies, like, you have to finish. Like, if you watch like Alien 1, you have to watch Alien 2, Alien 3, even the shitty ones of the series.
Yeah, that's
and
why
if you
I'm
were to watch
watching
a show where it gets shitty at like the end, you would
Yeah.
have to complete it.
Yeah.
So I think that's like a decent reason to, like, you know, but like,
So not a time commitment in the fact that I can't sit down for like 3 hours, but a time commitment in the fact that it would take like several months to finish something, and like
Depends how you watch it.
I don't want to binge it either. I don't want to just sit down for hours on end and just be like.
I mean, there's a middle ground. You don't have to like watch it for a year or like watch it in like.
Isn't
a day.
each Breaking Bad episode like 1 hour?
Like 40 minutes?
no, yeah, 40, 50 minutes sometimes.
Okay, 40, 50 minutes, and
I mean, I'm not saying you can watch Breaking Bad in like
But
a couple days. But I mean, like, you don't have to watch it in like 8 months.
I
either.
could watch like 4 episodes per day, or I could just watch 2 movies.
But I mean,
And I
like,
get 4.
what do you're comparing nothing with nothing. Like,
Well,
you can't just compare Breaking Bad to like any other
Breaking
movies.
Bad is one story that's continuous.
Yeah,
One
but
story.
we're not bringing the quality at all. We're like, that's the thing. You're just talking about like the format. You're comparing formats. You're not comparing quality. Like,
No.
But okay.
I want a good, like, constant flow of incoming stories that I can take in and process consistently, and just like take in new stories to, I don't know, but like just one story over a long period of time. I want new stuff.
So I guess the question is, if somebody was like, all right, Micah, there's this really fucking good miniseries that I think you would like. It's only like 8 to 10 episodes, and it's done.
Exactly.
I want to watch that JFK one just because it has an interesting enough premise.
Well, it sounds like you haven't watched a whole lot of miniseries, to be honest.
Which is why I think actually.
I don't know.
I think I've watched a couple. I mean, I sound like I'm speaking out of my ass, but I genuinely can't remember what they were. But I know I have seen a couple,
Yeah.
and I was just like, okay.
Okay. But do you think if there was a miniseries that was like just like a short?
That JFK one sounds really fucking interesting.
I have it on Blu-ray.
I want to watch
really
it. I want to watch that.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, I think it's interesting. Okay, I guess just to answer your question, like, I think me and Gage really like miniseries. Micah isn't super into them, but that's just because he just isn't super into TV in general.
Yeah.
But it's also like, I would like to talk about TV in the future on this podcast. I do think it's like, you know, because I think TV is a part of film. I mean, we would specifically still talk about movies.
I
but
think
like,
it's just the stigma I see around all the TV shows I see coming out right now. Like, I see The Flash and the clips I see look really shitty, and I see Stranger Things, and like everything just seems to be like recycled, and just 13 Reasons Why. You have a successful season, so then you gotta pump out 3 other ones, even though the first season was based off of a book, and then the next 3 seasons are fucking dog shit. I'm just seeing like. I just see shit. All these like popular shows that everybody's like, it's so good, you're gonna love it. I just see shit.
But the way that your mind works is like, even if like the first season's really good and everyone says the other seasons are shitty.
Yeah.
Like you can't even start the series because you have to see.
Yeah,
it
I gotta see the whole like story. I can't just be like, all right.
Which I find that interesting though, because I think most people would just be like, well, just fucking just if it gets shitty, turn it off.
I think 13 Reasons Why was the last TV series
like one of my favorite sitcoms.
I feel like you gotta dig a little bit deeper than that.
One of my favorite sitcoms of all time is Arrested Development, but most people, including myself, will tell you after season 3. Because the show originally stopped after season 3, and then Netflix picked it up and did 2 other seasons, which are kind of shitty. So I would just tell you watch just the first 3, you know. But like, you would have to watch it all because you have this like completionist like mentality. I don't know. I think me and Gage are just like, oh, you feel like you're missing out on so much.
Yeah.
So much more.
Yeah. I also don't like watching a lot of stuff by myself. And that's the thing is, I mean, I do watch things by myself, but I do like to enjoy it with others. And it's not a thing where I'm like, if there's random people in the house and I'm on season 3 episode 4 of Breaking Bad, I can't be like, hey everyone, let's watch this together. Because everybody's like, I don't know what the fuck's going on. You know, it's like your own thing. You're on your own path. And I like experiencing it with other people, and I can't.
Hey, I mean, me, Kyle, Caleb, and Nathan have all seen Breaking Bad.
Yeah, you've all seen it, but I don't.
We can. Talk
would you guys want to watch it all?
I mean, not like all the way.
Yeah,
through.
exactly.
I mean, eventually, I want to watch the whole series over again, but I want to wait. I want to wait a couple.
I've seen Breaking Bad 3 times.
I've only seen it once,
so it's
like
so
all
good.
the way through.
So goddamn good.
But yeah, I mean, like, I don't know, man. I think we're just like, there's just like so much. There's like, you look at like cinematic storytelling in a different way. There's certain stories I feel like that just. I mean, I've said this.
I could just watch El Camino. There, Breaking Bad movie.
If you haven't seen Breaking Bad, El Camino is just gonna be boring. I'll be honest.
Okay.
Yeah.
But like, I've said this recently. There's a lot of hot takes coming out of my mouth this episode. But honest to God, I think Spider-Man specifically would work best in like either a show or a series format.
Every superhero TV show I've seen. That's the thing.
I love a lot of the Spider-Man movies, but I think if the best adaptation of the comics.
Here's the thing. I'm really curious about these Disney Plus Marvel shows because I'm like so invested because I've watched every MCU movie. So then it then it really fucks with me because I'm like, well, I gotta watch all the MCU. I've seen all the movies, but then I'd have to watch all the TV shows. What the heck? So it's just like, I'm really interested to see where those go, and I hope they have a high budget because all the superhero shows I've seen on TV, I guess, they look fucking shitty.
Well, if you're talking about like the CW stuff, like those shows are really low budget. They're pretty campy. Shitty. But like if you've seen
if they look the same as the MCU and they have the same kind of budget and it's not like really cringy CGI.
I think you just need to be exposed to like a little bit higher production. Produced shows.
I think you're still in like the I think that stigma used to exist like 10, 20 years ago, but it's only been like recently that TV's had this like renaissance where like, oh shit, like TV shows can look like just as good as shit that I would see in the theater. That's still like a very recent phenomenon.
Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul, The Leftovers, Dexter.
Like Breaking Bad has like at least like $1 million budget every episode.
Yeah, but like, do any of those involve time travel?
Dexter's coming back for a 10th season. That's all. I wanted to just say that because I wanted to say that really bad.
Have you ever seen any of the Daredevil?
They don't care at all because they haven't seen Dexter.
You don't like it?
No.
Dexter's amazing.
See, there's another thing. There's a Marvel Netflix thing with like Daredevil, and I tried to watch it, and I was like, okay.
All right, well, all we can do is try to entice you.
Yeah, it just didn't feel the same. I'll watch that JFK miniseries, and
I mean, hey, if you watch Breaking Bad and you still felt the same way as you do now, I would never bitch again.
Yeah,
because most of my argument is just like, you don't know TV.
Here's the thing.
Breaking Bad.
I got my dad into Breaking Bad.
I actually watched
the last person I thought would enjoy it.
The first
gotta watch more than
2 or 3 episodes of Breaking Bad, and I was just like, eh.
Gotta watch more than that, pal.
Yeah.
It's I don't know. It's fucking.
Rather watch Malcolm in the Middle.
All right, we have like 8 minutes.
Do you like Malcolm in the Middle?
Love Malcolm in the Middle.
There's a TV show you like.
Well,
I really like that show too.
I watch a lot of TV as a kid.
We're gonna bust through this next question. Speaking of TV shows,
maybe you like comedic TV shows. Maybe that's it.
The Office. Love The Office.
Okay, I think we figured it out.
Speaking of TV shows and comedic TV shows, we got a movie request.
Movie request
from Jesse. Drake and Josh Go Hollywood.
I actually want to watch that though.
I do too.
Wait, double feature though. Drake and Josh Go Hollywood, and then Drake and Josh Christmas.
Hell yeah.
Double feature.
Let's do that for. What if we did that for April Fool's Day?
I'm down.
Let's do it. We're gonna do it.
It's booked. It's on the.
All right. Calendar. April Fool's Day. We're doing the Drake and Josh fucking.
Hell yeah.
For you, Jesse.
It's happening.
I'm like genuinely excited.
I know. Me too. I haven't seen those in forever.
Not even in like an ironic way.